what a foretaste. Oh, what a foretaste.
Found a tiny pinpoint of space. Found a tiny pinpoint of space.
Martha Stewart kitchen knives.
Wow.
Martha Stewart kitchen knives.
Wow.
It's Tuesday, and on Tuesdays, I'm here to serve you tips for tasty audios. Today, we're dishing the deets on working with mouth noise in a handheld or headset microphone when mixing in post-production. More specifically, the wind or air noise coming into the microphone from your speaker's mouth. Not so much the clicks or smacks. We'll save that tasty tip for another Tuesday. We're also not going to talk about plosives today, which is the hard burst of air coming from the mouth directly hitting the capsule. Plosives. But more specifically, I'm talking about the air that comes to the mouth with certain syllables, such as S, F. Sounds fun? A little exaggerated there. I'm going to show you how to have the voice coming from a microphone sound more natural. Not like it's actually coming from a microphone when you mix in post-production. Yes, this is me advocating that important messages and stories need to have a good post-production mix. If they're truly important and going to live on the internet forever, not even the greatest broadcast mix can fix this issue. Now, I feel like this is often overlooked, even at the most highest professional levels, which I guess you could argue if you're seeing someone on a microphone in a live setting or wearing a headset, it makes sense. They're using a microphone, so you're going to hear some microphone noise. I could see that. And then there's also times, of course, where speakers, especially comedians, use this to their advantage as an effect for creative storytelling.
You know, I was in high school. I could eat like 3 Big Macs, finish out the day like a hummingbird. I had 1 Big Mac the other day. I felt like a grizzly bear that got shot in the ass like a sedative dart.
But if you want the voice to sound natural, like the person's talking with you face to face and not coming from a microphone, then you might find this tip tasty. Yeah, and I know you're thinking, well, Ryan, why don't you just problem solved? Put a big foamy right there on the microphone. Your issues are gone. Well, yeah, maybe, sure, that's a simple, efficient way to mitigate some of the issues, but some of the issues, not all problems are solved with a big old foamy on here, and let's be real. When's the last time anyone has ever used a big old foamy windscreen on a microphone in the live environment? What do you think you are, the news? So slicing straight to the solution, it is D. Russell from iZotope. That's right, D. Russell in iZotope's RX suite, not just great for helping remove some of the clothing rustle over your hidden lavalier mics. Yep, been there the whole time. But with some creative finagling to the settings, you just might find that this plugin does the trick. Here's an example from a sermon before.
Term dividends that you will
Listen to the S.
that
And here's after.
term dividends that you will enjoy
Here's the S.
that
Before.
ends that
After.
ends that you will
Now here's an example from Elevation Church. Also shows that this can be good not just for dialogue, but singing as well.
Oh, what a foretaste.
You hear right there on the T of taste.
A taste.
Solo it.
A taste.
So that's before
A taste.
and after.
Foretaste.
In context.
Oh, what a foretaste.
Before.
Foretaste.
After.
Foretaste.
Nice. Before.
Showed a picture. It said
P in picture is a little plosive like. Also,
a tiny pinpoint of space.
pinpoint, similar to plosives, but I think we can do something about it. Before.
Showed a picture. It said, hey, tiny pinpoint of space.
And the after.
Showed a picture. It said, hey, tiny pinpoint of space.
Before.
It showed a picture. It said, hey.
After.
It showed a picture. It said, hey,
Before.
tiny pinpoint of space.
After.
A tiny pinpoint of space.
Now, a word of caution. Please, please, please do not blanket process your entire dialogue track. Why? Because that will suck the life out of your dialogue. Literally, if you're not careful, D. Russell can completely remove breath You're mixing humans, right? Not robots. Humans breathe, robots don't. That's why we need to be very selective when using this tool. And at the end of the day, speaking of tools, don't forget to use the most valuable tool you have in your toolbox. It's completely free, no subscription needed. Your ears. Here's an example that we heard already.
Term dividends that you
You can hear the wind noise on the S. And if we were to just process everything here, the S does sound better.
that you will
But right here, there used to be a breath. Here's before,
that you will
and this was after.
that you will
So the breath is gone, which is why we need to be selective in our processing only the S.
dividends that you will
Better S, and we hear the breath. And if you need just a little bit extra help, here's a bonus tip for you. Another flavorful ingredient, D-Click within RX from Isotope. When I'm using D-Click for an issue like this, I'm looking more at the lower frequency range, which is really good at helping with thumps, as opposed to the higher frequency range, which, helps with the clicks. And removing clicks, as mentioned before, a tasty tip on another Tuesday. Before,
Martha Stewart kitchen knives.
Wow. Good
She
for
can do
Martha.
anything. Obviously, it can pop a balloon, right? Martha Stewart kitchen knives.
Wow.
Kitchen knives.
Wow.
after,
Kitchen knives.
Wow. Good.
before,
Obviously, it can.
and after.
Obviously, it can.
Before,
Obviously, it can.
and after.
Obviously, it.
Now you can hear there's still a little slight
Obviously, it. Obviously, it.
something in there. So that's when I might bring out the bonus tip. Before,
Obviously, it.
after.
Obviously, it can.
Clean. Before,
Deep in,
after.
deep in heaven.
So how are you best supporting the message or story that you've been entrusted with? Are you giving it the highest level of excellence that it deserves, or have you succumbed to settling for good enough? You tell me. Meanwhile, I'll be here enjoying some tasty audios. Tasty audios. Audio. Tasty. Sounds delicious. Get used to it. More's coming.